Hi guys, Dominic here. We're just going to go through a tutorial on some block starts with some athletes from our club here in Cabinteely AC in Dublin, and with the mixture of some professional athletes here as well. So if we look at a pro here first, so he projects out of the block, the back leg extends fully. If we pause it there, you can see the back leg is totally straight, and then the front foot can come down then at that point. So big common mistake is the athlete will try and get that front foot out a bit too early, and the back leg doesn't straighten at all. Arms must split, okay, and then we must maintain a negative shin angle. So we need to project out of the blocks, maintain negative shin angle, and the arms should be split. So if we just look at the negative shin angle, that's what we're talking about. So the front heel should be up, and then the shin is pointing backwards the whole time on the first maybe 5-7 strides, okay? And the back leg should be straight. So this is what we're looking for. This is from one of our athletes. Front toe up, knee up, and driving back the whole time. So we point out kind of a couple of mistakes maybe people kind of make and what's happening. So again, she tries to step out too soon. The back leg hasn't straightened out. She's not really projecting out of the blocks. Back could be an awful lot straighter, and the arms don't split. Okay, so this be fixed over time, but it's just more to point out. So your arms actually do split quite well here on her second step. It's that first step. She's not actually using the block. She's not projecting out of the blocks. So she's stepping out, and then it causes kind of almost a stumble. So athlete here, in this position again, you'll see the front foot steps out. It's pretty much flat. The arms don't split. So again, a couple of things to kind of look out for. So front foot, you can see, is totally flat on the ground. That heel should be elevated, and the shin should be pointed out back more, and the arms should be splitting. They actually don't do a bad job there splitting, but again, same thing. It's more in the second. So if we look at another couple of athletes here, slightly better example, and probably athletes doing things a little bit with a bit better technique, probably a bit more experience as well. So look at the athlete closest to camera, is probably easiest. He pushes back into the blocks and a good projection out. And then you'll notice the back leg gets pretty darn straight before the front foot comes down, and nice split of the arms then as well. Front shin angle could be a little bit more steep, and try and get the front heel up a little bit more. So athlete here now, hips are too high. There's actually going to be no pressure on the blocks here at all then, and the shoulders aren't over the hands. So again, if you look, the arms are a lot better. Okay, so you can see how you can maybe improve one thing at a time. But if we look at the front foot, as it makes contact with the ground, the heel will be flat. So again, there'll be no downwards projection and backwards projection on that. Okay, so again, sometimes you just fix one thing at a time. So again, different athlete and different kind of scenario. Nice forward lean, back is pretty darn straight. As he launches himself out of the blocks, we're maintaining that negative shin angle, arms must split, and the back leg should stay straight before the front foot comes down. So there we go, perfect. Nice split. Front toe looks like it's going to stay pretty high and the heel up. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, so again, different athlete, you play it back, let them watch it, see what happens. We can use bands, by the way, to kind of maintain that. Again, if you look at what's happening here, nice negative shin angle, heel is really elevated. So we can use bands, do it nice and slow so you can kind of get a feel of that backwards projection. And again, we look at a different athlete here. This is a professional athlete. So we'll pause it when they go to split. So what happens here? Nice split, back leg is straight. Is that toe going to stay and heel going to stay up? Yeah, pretty much guaranteed. Nice split of the arms there as well. And he's doing a nice job of projecting out of the blocks and staying with that negative shin angle on the next couple of steps afterwards. So you'll notice it's down and back, down and back, down and back. Pump those knees, pump those arms. Nice split, and that's going to allow for an awful lot of more forward momentum, as opposed to maybe just falling out of the blocks. Or what a lot of inexperienced athletes will do is they'll just basically step out of the blocks. You can stand on the blocks, and that can kind of teach projection, because it'll force the athlete to kind of push off the legs instead of thinking that they just need to let go of the arms. So if we look at the middle, the athlete closest to camera here and the one in the middle, the good split of the arms, and again, heel stays up, heel stays up. Negative shin angle could be a bit more severe on both of them, so it could have that angle back a little bit more, especially on the first 3 steps. So more inexperienced athletes here, so you'll tend to see slightly more errors. If we look at the athlete again closest to the camera, so he's not really using the blocks here at all, almost like falls out, and watch, the foot is completely flat on the floor, arms don't split, back isn't straight. So he's kind of just waiting until maybe 5, 6, 8 meters in before you'll actually get into any kind of speed at all. So anybody with a bit more experience here will be out in front straight away. Athlete in the middle is one to watch here. Very good example of good arm split, nice heel up, toe up. So good example of what should be happening here. They're all actually pretty good in the arms here, and again pushing that shin backwards to allow for a lot of forward momentum. So different athletes, different examples. We'll again look at the athletes closest to the camera. Nice forward lean on the set position. Need to project out of the blocks. Back leg should be straight before the front foot comes down. So if we see does that happen, no, I'd say for the athlete closest to camera, but good arm split on the second step again. So again, just maybe fixing one thing at a time. And then we'll just give one more example, and then you can kind of decide for yourself what you think is kind of going on in the next example. So maybe look to fix one thing at a time. So if you allow them to go into set position, and you guys can see then, are they staying forward in the set? Do the arms split? Are they maintaining a negative shin angle, or are they just basically stepping out of the blocks? So see what you see on this last one now, and kind of keep a couple of the tips that we've pointed out in mind as to what to look out for to give your athletes that little bit of an edge over the competition. Hope this helps.